You may not be impressed by the solidity of the evidence behind President Trump's warning this week that acetaminophen, one of its brand names is Tylenol, I'll use the abbreviation APAP, during pregnancy is a potential cause of autism. Don't take Tylenol, he said. Tylenol is not good. I'll say it.
So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
He also said some of his advisors wanted to be cautious with their words, but of himself, he said, I'm not so careful with what I say. And we've come to know that about the president. Anyway, I got looking around and I found this reel posted back in April. What do you take for pain during pregnancy? If you said Tylenol, you're not alone. It's the go-to pain reliever. 70% of pregnant women take it. And it's been considered safe for decades. But you might want to rethink that. Here's why. Who is that handsome fellow warning about APAP and pregnancy 5 months ago?
That's when a baby boy needs a surge of testosterone to develop properly. His brain
looks really familiar. It'll come to me. Whatever your impressions of this week's announcement about APAP during pregnancy and autism, I've got something that will impress you. I'm not going to review the data on APAP's culpability for autism here today. I'll do that in a future post. Today, I just want to acquaint you with the evidence that Tylenol can change brain development. Let's start there. It's an accepted fact in the field of child development that under normal conditions, boys are about twice as likely as girls to experience delayed speech by 30 months of age. This means fewer than 50 spoken words. It's a milestone tracked by many pediatricians and researchers. But fairly recent research suggests that prenatal exposure to APAP can shrink this gender gap, not because boys are doing better, but because girls are doing worse. In a 2018 Swedish study, researchers found that girls whose mothers used APAP more than 6 times per week during early pregnancy were significantly more likely to have delayed language development, while boys showed no significant increase in risk. This was a landmark study. The authors concluded that the usual sex difference where girls outperform boys in early language was blunted by APAP exposure. This finding was replicated and extended in a study in 2024, which again found a stronger adverse association in females. Something's going on here, and it involves the brain. My point today is not about what APAP does to speech. I'll tell you about the changes in speech to demonstrate that APAP makes it into the brain of a developing fetus. It has to, because that's where speech develops. So if we can subtly shift the trajectory of brain development in a sex-specific way, because it happened in girls, not boys, in the case of speech development, it's not a big stretch to think that other mental or emotional functions could be affected by APAP exposure in a developing brain. And we need to be open to the link to autism. In the meantime, I don't think I want the women I love using APAP during pregnancy.